Broadcasting to Stoke-on-Trent and the world. This is Six Towns Radio.
It's Six Towns Radio. Welcome to the show. Angelo Starr, how are you doing today? You okay, mate?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, mate. I'm fine. We're calling from Stoke, a place where you and your brother Edwin have had some great times.
Oh yes, Stoke is very dear to us. You know, we've always loved being in the Midlands, and you know, it's one of those areas. A lot of my guys in the band are from similar areas, and we always have a good time whenever we come through.
Yeah. Well, Motown and Northern Soul is still massive here in the clubs and the bars.
Yeah, we've always had lots of support, you know, through our website and, you know, just and through coming to the venues and so forth. You know, Northern Soul, despite what some might tell you, it's still very much alive. Certainly within the Northern Soul community in north of England, the Midlands, and you know, we love the fact that it's still so celebrated and so supported. You know, because it gives us a chance, of course, to continue to do what we love, but it gives the music a chance to make it through another generation and another generation, just as we received it, you know, from the people who were before us. So.
Yeah. Well, you've put the team back together. They're coming on the road. You were a musical director, and now you're fronting it, aren't you?
Yes, that's correct. I mean, you know, when Edwin passed away in 2003, we were kind of left with a dilemma of whether we would continue or whether that would be the end of an era or exactly what the case would be. And, you know, we considered maybe having someone else come in to sing along with us or front the unit. But we had such a good group of guys, you know, such a great dynamic. We had all been together for a long time, and we didn't want to take the possibility that we might change that dynamic by bringing one person in who had a different agenda than what we had, which was just about keeping the music authentic and keeping it alive. Yeah. So I decided that, you know, on the request of the fans and the people within the band, that I would go ahead and step forward and start singing, and well, the rest they say is history. You know, it's been at least 10 years now, and we're still going strong.
Yeah, well, Edwin had some massive hits, and you perform them as well as some other big soul classics, don't you?
That's correct, because you know, Edwin was a part of the music industry. You know, it is a vast thing, and it has a lot of celebrated people in it, but it also has some great music that's been created, you know, and it would be difficult for us to do, you know, some of his biggest early hits, SOS, Headline News, 25 Miles, without, and perhaps even War, you know, without looking at some of the other artists who were around at the time, the Temptations, the Four Tops, you know, Supremes, Martha Reeves Vandellas, you know, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye. The list just goes on and on. So, you know, we try to incorporate some of the songs from the other artists who were around at the same time. And as did Edwin, I must say, you know, we always tried to make sure that people were able to go away and say, you know what, I had a great night out, and it's reminiscent to them, some of the people of the time that they spent during hearing that music themselves the first time, you know. But we have a lot of young fans as well who are surprised to hear that some of the new songs that they are starting to, you know, consider their classics are just outgrowths of things that we grew up listening to, you know, by other artists. So, you know, we try to make sure that we keep the journey consistent by incorporating some music from other people as well, along with Edwin's classics, of course.
Yeah, are you like a big family, the band?
Yeah, absolutely, you know, and that's a great thing. You know, as with any family, you have your good days and your bad days. You know when to stay away from this person or when to, you know, give that person some encouragement or, in fact, receive some yourself. But that's what makes it great because, you know, I once heard when I was working with several other artists, something that I've always remembered, which is that a great show starts before you hit the stage. In other words, if you've got people around you who you like and you communicate, you've been laughing all day, you've been having fun, you've been connecting, then very difficult to step out on stage and not bring some of that with you. So we try to keep that in mind when we go out, and our mantra is, we came here to party, and people seem to love that because they know that it's not just our party, it's their party, and we've just been fortunate enough to be invited along. Right. So we try to have a great time while we're out there, and like I say, people have come back and commented to us that it seemed like we really do enjoy ourselves up there, which we do.
That's it. If people come along, they can be part of that party. That's a good mantra to have, Angelo. It's all about keeping the music alive.
Yes, certainly. I mean, part of what we're doing now, if one can imagine, is we're carrying a baton, that's been handed to us by all the artists that went before us, Jackie Wilson's, the Michael Jackson's, the Luther Vandross, people who aren't here now to do it themselves. So we try to make sure that we, do justice to their music, and of course, and to Edwin's music, because he, like so many others, learned their craft the hard way, from being out there doing it. Nobody told you how you had to do it. Nobody was able to fix it for you along the way. You kind of had to learn how to fix it for yourself. And that meant being able to read audiences to see if what you were doing was connecting with them or not. To listen, as well as speak, to be able to say what other people were feeling, in a way that maybe they weren't able to say it themselves, but in a way that they could certainly relate to once they heard it. For example, his song Eye to Eye Contact, we still get requested to do that song almost everywhere we go, because even though they don't call the clubs discos now necessarily, people have been in that situation where they see, someone who's there and maybe not as there as others, and just need that little bit of encouragement to be a part of the night, to make that contact, that eye-to-eye contact with the music, with the environment, with the person, with whomever they happen to be needing at that moment. So for us, that's what we're looking to do, is, we're looking to keep the music authentic. We're looking to keep it alive. We're looking to keep it exciting. And we're looking to have some fun.
Yeah, and the closest gig to us on this tour that you're putting together is Bilston. It's only down the road in Wolverhampton. Quite a lot of people from Stoke will be going there, I'm sure.
I certainly hope so. We look forward to seeing all, and we certainly feel like the more the merrier, we not that's not to say that it's the numbers that make a difference on the night, but what it does is it makes sure that everybody can feel like they're part of the same community. Everything these days is quite isolating. It's very easy to get on the internet and do what you have to do and so forth, and it seems that everything is geared towards keeping people, human beings, from being able to interact with each other. And that's what a night out like the one we're going to have at Bilston is all about. People get a chance to come. They get a chance to hear the music that they love. They get a chance to interact with other people who love the music like they do, and to interact with us as the band is trying to give them what they need for now, a little bit of an escapism and a chance to actually let their hair down like we used to do.
Yeah, a lot of people want to do that. They're in for a treat then when they come down.
Certainly.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Angelo, for coming on the phone today and telling us all about this show and about yourself.
Thank you very much for having me, and I look forward to seeing, your listeners and hopefully yourself down there as well.
Yeah, you might see me cutting some rug.
Oh, there you go.
You take care. Bye-bye.
All right, you have a good day. Bye now.